This is Amazon. Combines the movements of the queen and the knight. Knights. Camel. This is not the knight. And we have a Dragon King. Hello, my name is Free Happy Dolphin, and welcome to the second episode of chess roguelike game Passant on the Press Start series. If you haven't seen the first episode, link to the playlist is in description. And now let's jump to gameplay. Pawns can move backwards one step at any time. Well, this is amazing in chess, right? I don't know if that will be useful much. I would rather just take more pieces, more bishops. And it doesn't change our regeneration rate, right? So it's just spawning one more bishop each 4 turns. It doesn't do anything. So we'll just take a rook. Kind of get the normal game of chess. Backwards ball. This is kind of good. Okay, let's just grab pieces. Let's normalize this stuff. Also, maybe let's grab a coin and let's move to the next stage. Difficulty is much bigger. Soon it will be like normal game of chess. Enter the dragon, the boss tag, or it is a tag, no? Your king is Dragon King and moves us both king and the queen. So basically we have, how to say, change of biology there happening. Won't comment any further. Okay, we have rooks, bishops, and both of them. So only pawns differ, and pawns differ by 3. Yeah, 3 points down, and we get $2 in. I'll take the challenge. I have unlimited bishops. Both of them are white. This is a normal thing to say in chess, by the way. But yeah, I missed this part. Maybe I won one of them. I wanted to be black and white, usually in chess. Just control both diagonals, not for any political correct things. That's how the chess works. Has nothing to do with all those things. Okay, what do we do? Let's see if we can... yeah, he does that. Okay, let's offer the trade. No, maybe not. It compromises our structure, of course. If we develop here, he takes and the pawn takes, and we have double pawns, which is not good. Kind of similar to a bit more normal game of chess, except I have that superpower that lets me win every game. But yeah, let's not double our pawns. Okay, that's really good with me. Just trade off everything. Normally, maybe, yeah, it was okay trade. I mean, I didn't get anything actually. I traded my central pawn, which would be not the best thing to do, but again, I have a limited bishop, so more trade the better. Atlas here, but of course, he has the dark square bishop. I have enough. Why are you not black? Check. Okay. Just developing. And I could even trade it to the pawns. Now if I take all the white squares, maybe we get black one. Of course, I control white squares with the bishop now. I can, and my pawns are dark squares. That's what should be, because he has dark square bishop. That means his bishop isn't that active. He has a bad bishop. I have good bishops, so I would be okay with getting more whites. Okay, what are we going to do here? I think just expand here. We kind of need to activate that rook. Might be even okay with this. Now I need to start to looking for some place. He will not take, as I can move that pawn forward, but I will lose some tempos. Oh, he has 2 rooks here. 2 rooks, not 1, because normally another rook will be there. Okay, so I don't want to trade the arrow. because he would lose his bad bishop, and I will get this kind of isolated pawn. If I push here to protect it, he can easily attack this pawn. Also can double up there. I'm okay with this. I will pick up the knight activity. Oh, I have a fork. This is called the fork. With the knight, you take few, usually more value worth pieces into your attacking range, and yeah, we take one after all, and we earn more material. As this is valued is 5. You can see here yellow thing appears. Bishops are free. Knights kind of a bit less worthy than bishops, but also free. Depends on the position. If more open, bishops are better. If more closed, knights are better. But it's really big approximation. So yeah, you get a fork. Usually there's a king involved, as you need to move the king, and then the knight chooses what to take, or the queen. Basically, you get a lot of valuable pieces in your attack squares, and yeah, you pick up one eventually. Now, I would like to pick this one because rook will not be as active from that square. Of course, he can push, but maybe I will even push myself. I don't know what I will do yet. I feel it's really good. Also, another thing is that if I take here, maybe there's some bishops coming as I want to take with this knight, and he might have a pawn there. So I take, and if I take, he goes here. There's no pin in that diagonal, but still I'm not really comfortable. Would rather have a bit passive rook there. Oh, he goes like this. He goes for promotion. Of course, we're going to take now with what to take. Maybe the knight is better one, of course. Now let's pick up the pawn. We'll have some activity. It won't be easy to defend this pawn now. I need to bring up the king. Well, of course I'm okay trading, because I should get the bishop. Now respawn. So I can have the max of 2. So I need to trade a bit. Okay, we figured this out. Because you cannot have more than 2 bishops in normal board of chess. So I guess this applies at least. Let's trade, as there will be another fork if he takes. If he goes here, I will have 4 between bishop and the rook. Of course, he can check, get out, and there's some tactics. Starting, it also wouldn't be the same value pieces for the rook, right? So he could just back out and trade free for free, bishop for the knight. He doesn't do that. Actually, we still have that fork. It's an annoying pawn here, but reducing material is kind of what I like to do. I'd like to trade bishops, of course, ideally. Now, if I take, I lose material. Let's go here. Take stakes, check. Protects. I can trade everything with those super duper bishops. I need to keep in mind, but I cannot really fight with my queen. And I'm thinking he cannot put rook here, but he can, because it cannot be taken. Bishops slightly without work, and his pawn's limiting my activity. Let's try to hunt those pawns. I could trade, actually. I don't care about the material. I will get that in 4 turns. And I can do this as well. Now, if I pick up the bishop, that's a mistake, as I will need to remove that bishop, and he will have that rook. Unless, of course, I will put it here or here. That means that rook will be protected. Though with 2 bishops, I'm not really comfortable checkmating him. I don't know if he's that dumb. But, oh wait, I don't need that. I can just trade everything. and I can trade everything here, and that's a win. I need to remind myself of those easier rules actually, and I win. Normally with 2 bishops it's maybe possible to checkmate, but you don't want to get in that situation. We have the Amazon. Okay, this is Amazon. Combines the movements of the queen and the knight. So basically queen moves wherever she wants, like a bishop and like a rook combined. Knight, you've seen how it moves. Basically you give 8 more squares to move, right? Cool, I'd like to buy it. Can we sell anything? Cannot be sold. Okay, because this is special one. This can be recycled for 1. This is a third of price. Rooks, okay, a third of price. So basically it's half of the price, but round down, right? Because rook is 2 and that will be 2.5. Knights and bishops are free, that will be 1.5. Pawns are 0. Free real estate. Your last 2 coin slots can now hold badges. Really good. Queens are upgraded to Amazons when the round starts. Really good if you can have the queen in first place. Freeze the selected unit. I don't think we need those, though. I have a feeling that now, let's switch those. Finally have dark square bishop. I have a feeling that now bots will be tough. We don't have full badges slots yet, so let's keep it there. Expires after 6 played rounds, and it's only applied for the start. So that means if I convert it on the 2nd round, it doesn't work, and on 7th, it doesn't work as well. I don't feel that it's that powerful. It feels like epic, right? Because of the color. No, this is epic. This is uncommon. Okay, why the colors differ? There's some tips there for the game developers. Okay, the color of the type of the name doesn't matter apparently. You see epic here, uncommon. This is uncommon. I'd like it to be the same actually. Okay, anyway, let's go on. Let's go on. We can't beat anything. 29. Why it's 29? We have special pawn. What's that circle? Oh, you have a queen. I can be the queen. I have a limited bishops. Okay, what do we do? Activate our pieces. You want to develop your nice bishops. Get the 3rd bishop. How does it work eventually? I did not get any. Maybe first empty square. Maybe the square of the bishop was not empty. Oh, I don't know. What's this? Enemy man. Enemy pawn. This is a man. This is not a pawn. Act as a pawn, but can move and take as the king can. Any square basically promoted. If it reaches the enemy's back row, it can move 2 squares. So basically the same values is free for these ones. Okay, looks clear. Just go for simple developing moves. Is there a castle actually? Can I castle? Oh, possibly I shouldn't play normal chess in this one. I just want to see if I can castle here. Yes, I can. Okay. Castling basically 2 squares with the king, and then you put the rook there. On this side, it would happen like 2 squares here and the rook here. Okay, what do we have? The king is in the center of opponent, the man in between, so there's no like battery here of rook and the queen. This is not open as well. Good thing is that I can trade my bishops like with no care, like this and just this. So I'd like to open up maybe this side. Queen is kind of trying to enter the space, so I kind of want to block this square because it can really love to do that. Okay, trying to manually castle. Want some activity. Let's prepare this pawn break. Let get my bishop back. I'd like to trade again. He's not really sure what he wants to do, I'd say. Okay, let's do this. Okay, now our bishop is becoming active. Don't really have a place for knight. Let's go backwards. It's super annoying, but we'll have options. Let's go with a check. Looks good for me. Okay, let's do this. Let's do like that. We block the queen from entering. We actually have full control here. Okay, I'd like to activate my other pieces. For example, that horrible knight. Making it not so good, but we have a fork. If you learned, you try later. We were starting to see those patterns. For example, pieces like this, there's automatically a fork. He needs to move the king, and while the queen falls, you start to see those. Like, for example, thing here, there's a fork, there's a fork. You know, a thing here and a thing here, there's a fork. You start to see those patterns. Yeah, I can go with the check. There he trades. No, still take a pawn. Then there was a fork. Let's go with the check. Maybe going into another nasty fork. Let's protect our bishop with the king. There's a fork between the pawn and the rook. Clearing the board. Pressuring. There's a fork. And score victory. Oh, plus 14 for 2 turns. Oh, there were so many rules here. I don't need that many win conditions. I just... The one checkmate is enough for me, guys. Okay. Lost coins. Gain additional $2 reward at the end of the round end for every empty batch slot. Okay. We won't have as many, I feel. A window shopper. This phrase actually is from Bazaar, if you would believe me. The window shoppers. So Bazaar, Balatro. I mix up those two right now, not for no reason, turns out. Okay, rerolls. In the shop, only cost 1. I like this one, to be honest, because we will be able to find those really good pieces, and to make it not costly, I think it's good. Okay, we can get a rook, although we're kind of looking for... Oh, this is a princess. Combines the movements of the bishop and the knight. That would be really awkward, but... Let's take it. Okay, we have full board here. We might exchange our pawns for those pieces later. To get really indestructible. Yeah, what we have here. Knights. Camel. This is not the knight. Moves and takes 3 out of 1 squares horizontally and 1 out of 3 squares vertically. Oh, I see. I see by this. Yeah, it moves like a knight, but 2 squares further. I don't know if that applies to the side. And we have a dragon king. Basically, it's a queen, but it pretends to be a man. Yeah, well, this is strange occasion, not opposite, right? So combines the movements of the king and the queen, replaces your king. Usually it's the other way around. It's a king, but tries to be a queen. Anyway, let's move. Thinking, what should I restrict? Maybe let's go like this, just carefully. Let's see what he does. Okay. Yes, so basically it's the knight, but it's widened. Well, that will be hard to see, because I have patterns in my mind of normal chess, but not of these camels. So I'll need to, you know, have a bit more effort for this to happen. Good thing I have those bishops. Those bishops will win this game. Okay, I'd like to get them out, so this is kind of nice. Two-way attack, pin and stuff. So I like to get them out of the board because I don't see them. Can I? No, I cannot castle. If my princess would be strange. Usually castle with rook. There is a lot of strange things. Okay. Yeah. Let's have some tempos. He can push, of course, and harass, but we kind of break his structure, I hope. Oh, it's a king and a queen. He can't protect like that. Okay. It's, you know, on one hand, this is like a bonus. You have extra queen, but on the other, this is vulnerability, no? Because this is still a king. If I capture it, I'll win a game. Good thing to remember. Oh, I really don't like to trade this mutant horse camel to my princess because it's valued more. Though, yeah, I need to make like move this like this. It's like a bishop, right? Okay, let's go back. Though this can attack this. I need to trade. There's a lot of mess if I don't. Okay, we can pick this up. Again, I don't like the UI a bit. It's not super clear. I need to like search for pieces. That move in background isn't good. But it's demo version, by the way. It's demo version. So it will be fixed by the release. It's really early demo version, so there's a lot of improvements to come. I'm just really eager to play this one. That's why we are doing this. Don't like to move backwards, and this move actually also activates my bishop, so let's do that. Well, I kind of would like to go all the way around, but maybe I'll have an option to do that. I could threaten the fork there. Doesn't have a lot of ways to respond. Fork by going here, right? He doesn't have a lot of ways because if he wants to move the rook, he has two squares with my bishop. Looks over. He needs to move the queen or the king/queen. Basically it's a tempo move, right? And if he moves the queen, he doesn't have a lot of squares as well. He needs to stay in this diagonal to protect the pawn. I feel there's something in that move. Oh, this is the fork. Of course, he can pin my knight and take this bishop afterwards, but I feel it's really fine. Now, I need to be careful of those perpetual checks, which would be draw in normal chess, but it's not, it's a loss, right? So if he takes here, he could be checking me perpetually if I don't protect afterwards or run, because takes, it feels normal if I take the rook. Yeah, so I take rook, he takes here, I just back off with the knight or take more material. He checks here, I can go only up. He checks here, and I need to start trading here, because if I go back, it's again check here. Trade, he will win some material, but you know. Okay, he picks up my rook as well. Well, I can use my magical queen. Okay, you cannot move this thing now, right? Oh no, it's a king. It's a king and a queen. So confusing. Anyway, we have material advantage. Also, his only piece that can be active is, well, it needs to survive. There are some perpetual checks, I feel, right? Kind of would like to protect this pawn. Afraid of those pawns coming too close. In 2 turns we'll get another bishop. Really don't like this pawn. Doesn't let me move. On the other hand, should I care that much about material? Should just attack and attack and attack and finish. Right? Could have picked up that pawn, but I kind of want to have a bit more activity. There we go. It's all fine. Our bishop is safe. There's check after, but we are fine with those bishops. Give up some material, but it doesn't really matter. There's a fork. Do you want to trade really like this all the way? Oh, we're getting more bishops, but not knights. Maybe let's save it. We could do that, but yeah, it's not nice. We need to play slower. We don't have a clock here, right? Because after I take, you can take the check here, which will pick up more material. So it's better to play a bit safer. Of course, this is fine, because if he takes, yeah, I have this. If he would take with the queen and on b2, I think I was fine as well. I mean, like in chess, it's all the time I was better, was fine, until you see the engine. And then you understand that, well, I wasn't that good, but thankfully I won. Okay, so he has 4 pawns. We're waiting for our bishop. Cannot hunt any more pawns there. Yeah, there's a slight problem, but because I cannot really take this pawn with the knight, as there will be a check with another pawn dropping. Let's move the king right now. Okay, we got a bishop back. He threatens our knight. That's just big material. And that means actually protecting our knight. Okay. Well, doesn't take our stuff. I'm afraid we need to wait for one more bishop. Okay. Oh, I should be careful with many checks, right? Few is okay. Many is not good. And the score, look at the score. It's minus 22. Maybe I traded a lot of bishops. Maybe it actually comes from the checks. Yeah. Turn 40, score minus 22. I think it's just material. I would like to keep the knight, just because I cannot access those squares with dark square bishops, and it seems like the only thing I get is dark square bishops. Could he check me here and win a knight? Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could do that again, so... Okay, now I win the last pawn and that should be done. There it is. This one was a bit lower accuracy one, but win is a win. What I told you, and there was no engine to see, but I was wrong. I played perfect game, guys. So this was the second episode of Press Start series on Passant. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.